Hey, hi, hello, welcome. It is Bunny Kisses, or used to be known as Timeless Dream Self, but we've changed. We've started a new era quite a while ago, but now I'm finally back again. Who knows how long this is gonna last? But welcome officially to my Animal Crossing island. Now, I really wanted to kind of do a preview of what the island looks like right now in all of its chaos and disarray before the 2.0 update, and then try to track my progress throughout the update, getting areas finished, finalizing things, maybe getting some new villagers. As of right now, I have not really played Animal Crossing hardcore. Um, Maybe since the year started, I've just been really busy and I have school, I have a full time job, and I just been wanting to have an excuse to play more Animal Crossing. And so the 2.0 update really kind of did that for me. I'm really excited about a lot of the aspects, especially the new villagers, I think is what I'm most excited for, but we'll get to that. And yeah, I think I'm just going to tour you around to let you know my vision, kind of do an inventory of what's going on the island, who's living here, maybe my current Nook Miles status, how many bells I have, and then we'll just see how we can prep and get ready for uh, 2.0. And I don't know if I'm going to do that with y'all or if I'm going to post another video or if it's going to happen behind the scenes. But regardless, I am so happy to be here. Happy to just be talking about Animal Crossing. And yeah, so let me just get up from this lovely little flower field so you can see the mess and disarray that my island is. Whoop. All right, so let me bring you to the entrance and ignore everything that looks all ugly and gross. Okay, so welcome to, wait, actually, let's do this. We're gonna set the scene, okay? All right, you are just arriving from the airport. Okay, so if the loading screen doesn't take too long, welcome to Adelaide. It is currently November 3rd. It is just a couple days before the 2.0 update. I believe it comes out on the 5th. And let me just get you an overview of our map real quick. So this is Adelaide, and we are going to kind of just do a little circle around. We'll meet all the residents. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, so as you can see here, I'll just kind of go over it right now. We have currently Diana, Dom, Static, Bob, Ruby, Audie, Lily, Fuchsia, Francine, and Judy. Now, I think I'll go into later who's gonna stay and who's gonna go off the top of my head. But yeah, these are the current villagers or the current residents, and my dream, my aesthetic, the core for this island is hopefully gonna be fairy core. Maybe a low-key fairy core, but still fairy core nonetheless. And you'll kind of see what I've been working on. Oh my god, he's so cute. Look at him. I gave him that little cat outfit, and he's so cute. Bob is my favorite villager, and I know if I talk to him right now, he's gonna be like, it's been so long. Yeah, 2 weeks. Don't at me. Okay, love you. Bye. Wait. Mwah. Okay, love you. Bye. Alright, so yeah. And then also just real quick, I wanted to show off my little flag. I actually painted this and then scanned it into a QR code from this like QR code maker. So yeah, that's just something that I will probably never change this flag because I made it with my hands and made it into a QR code. But let's go ahead. So this is like the first bit of terraforming I ever did in Animal Crossing was my entrance. So I'll kind of give you a walk around. Oh my god, it's a ha 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 ha, we're all a mess. So this little entrance, I wanted to have everybody walk over a bridge as soon as they got here, because my plaza is very, very close. My resident services is very close to my entrance, and it's not centered with it either. And so I was trying to figure out what I wanted. I like the bridge over a little river, with some little islands of flowers and trees. That's my house. Oh my gosh, there's so many weeds. And then I never really, when you start the game. All of the cliffs are in the very far back of the map, and so I did want to include some cliffs like where you don't normally see them, and so with terraforming and all of that. So yeah, this is my entrance. Will it stay this way? Probably not, but this is just the first thing I ever terraformed, and so I'm very happy. I'm still very happy with it. So you leave the entrance, and then to your left is a mess. To your right is this beautiful rainbow flower garden that now has I believe, every flower in every color. And so if I ever need to breed for clones of flowers, I can just take one from here, plop it down somewhere, breed it, rinse, repeat, and all of that. So yeah, I did actually have to get these green mums though on Nookazon because I just gave up. I couldn't. I absolutely could not. But I did breed the blue roses, which I think was a big accomplishment for me. Then as you move along, I have this, what I wanted to be, kind of a clock. And so as the seasons go round, the bushes will go in and out of season. And so as you can see, this one here is a holly bush because right now that's what's in season, and then it, will continue and go around. I don't even remember the order that these are in, but yeah, so this is what I want to be, like a little clock. And I want to keep this as something for my final island. I just don't know if it's going to look like this or if it's going to be here. I do like it near resident services, and I actually have these waterfalls here because, hi Static, because I have my jukebox right here, and I wanted to cover it up. I don't like seeing it, because that's so dumb, but I don't like seeing it, and so I wanted to cover it up, but again, I don't know if that's going to stay or not. I do like the music in the plaza. Ignore all of the missed notifications I have. Oh, Audie, what is it? Hey, Glitter. Do you want my velvet stool? Sure. Sold. You're welcome, Audie. She's a cutie patootie. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. Bye. Love you. Okay. Leaf is here today. Very fun. And then, over here is just a dumb little, well, I don't want to say dumb. It's just a little heart pond. And then let me take you kind of to my house, which right now is on the beach, which is a mess, of course. So my house is on the beach because I have no idea where I want to put it. And then as you walk around the beach, I have all these benches where I was putting things for crafting and stuff like unassessed fossils that I already have in the museum, because my museum is complete other than the artwork section right now, and the deep sea critters section. So I know all of these are ones that I already have. I just haven't assessed them, and when I assess them, I put them into little goodie bags, and I will give them to my villagers as presents. So, and then as you come around, there's just random decorations because I was trying to get Lily of the Valley, and you need you need your score to be high, and eventually I just threw a bunch of stuff on the beach, and so that's that. I will walk around this way because I do have some sort of pathing going on right now. So if you come from here and go up, you get your Able Sisters, and then you get your Nook's Cranny. This is just some stuff that I need to sell, of course. But I did like the idea of these kind of being elevated and on the second tier. But right now there's not a lot of room for me to decorate around them, so I don't know if I'm going to keep them here. I might move them off to the one side or another that might have more room. My villagers do come and sit on this little bench, which is like so cute, and I really love that. So I like this like overlook. But other than that, that's really all that's going on there. And then as you come behind, this is the biggest part of my island right now is my neighborhood, and not every yard is decorated because not every villager is staying, and I've only really decorated the yards of those that I want to stay. And so this is Lily's yard. We kind of have a pond theme going on right now. And so You'll also notice I frequently use these small mushroom platforms, the Nova lights, and then the glowing mushroom lamps for decoration. Just because I like what it looks like at night. It looks really cool. And I am really excited about those weeds that seem to glow at night because I'll probably be including those everywhere as well. So, this is Lily's. She's a little frog, and so we have some frog motifs going on in her little rock garden area. So, and then we can follow our little path, and then the next house is, this is Ruby's house, and so Ruby is a bunny, but she's home right now, so I'll show you guys. She has pretty much all of the astrology items, or the zodiac items, outside because her house dun, 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 is space themed. So yeah. Oh, she's wearing my design. Hi. Okay, bye. Yeah, so I figured she would appreciate all the Celeste items outside, and these are just pretty much everything except the ones that can only be hung on a wall. And it's like a little zodiac garden. Yeah, very, very cute. Probably one of the easier gardens, easier yards to design. As you go down, we have static. So as you can kind of tell, I'm definitely, like, as you can tell, the ones that I've put effort into are the ones that are going to be staying. But that doesn't mean they're for sure going to be staying. But I'll go through that at the end. But this is Static's yard. It is kind of like a little shrine. So over here we have I believe this is, now I'm going to have to look up the DIY. Because it's going to bother me. One moment. The Zen style stone. And he's, purple, so I have lots of purples going on. So that's there. Got some cherry blossoms. And over here we have his katanas, or some katanas, laid out. And one thing I really wanted in every villager yard is at least like one place to sit down, and so his stool is right here. And you'll notice in Lily's and in Ruby's, they all have places to sit down because I want my villagers to hang out in the yards. And so yeah, this is his. I am not super satisfied with it, but I'm satisfied because it fits in the space that I gave him, because as you can see, Nook's Crannies is right here. And he doesn't have a huge yard like everybody else. But I also don't like his interior of his house. It's not like a cute, aesthetic. It's very techy, and I want to avoid that kind of look on the outside of my island at least. So there's that. Then over here we have Audie's house. You can see I laid out an area for her for a yard, but she does not have one, and that's going to be the case for some of these guys. So we carry along the path, and then we go up and in, and then this is Fuchsia's house. Again, she has an area for a yard, but nothing's designed. And then I really wanted my neighborhood to look like, I wanted it to be multiple tiers, and I wanted it to kind of look more natural, and so I didn't want it to be imperfect, like a grid, every so-and-so spaces, another house is there. I wanted it to look like it was built on top of the landscape, and not like the landscape was, flattened out and everything is super perfect. So over here we have Francine's house. She's actually my newest villager. She was a campsite villager, and she is actually going to be going on to one of my other islands. But since I got her in the campsite, that means I don't have to look for her with Nook Miles tickets. And so she moved in here, so then when she's ready to move out, she can just hop on over to she's a bunny. She can just hop on over to the next island. And so she's here for that. Don't at me, but this used to be Marshall's house. I'm sorry. I got his photo, and he was my smug villager that moved in, but I've never really liked smug villagers, and I wasn't even a Marshall stan. I kind of just kept him because I knew people liked him, but he didn't fit the aesthetic of my island, and so I let him move on and move out when he asked. And now Francine is here. So, well, actually Francine convinced Marshall to move out, I should say. So I'm not that mad about it, though. I know if I, miss Marshall, I can always just look at his photo. Um, but yeah, he was never really one that I wanted to keep around anyways. So Francine is here, but she will be leaving. And then you go down, and then these are some of my favorite yards. These 4 that I'm about to show you. I think they're really great, and they're definitely going to be my 4 permanent residents. Everybody else is a little bit, on the chopping block, but these guys are going to stay. So this is Dom's. Now, he's a little, farmer, um, log man, lumberjack, I don't know what you want to call him, but rancher. And so now that we're getting new crops, I'm going to be able to update his little garden with different things. Right now it's just pumpkins and one quote-unquote cauliflower, which is a stool. This is a chrysanthemum or mum cushion, I want to say. I've absolutely loved these little puddle patterns. It just looks so cute, and he has his little water spout. And again, more places for them to sit and lay down. That was really important to me, is making sure everything's accessible so the villagers can move around it. Because villagers can't scoot past things. And so there'll be some places that only I can get to and villagers can't. And that's like not the purpose. So, I love these little gnomes. You'll notice that. And then this is his wood burning stove and his lumberjack thing. So he's a busy man, He's really the one that's got it together. So, and as you can see, Diana is being perfect, visiting and hanging out in the yards of her neighbors, and we love to see it. So, as we continue along here, this is my favorite villager. So this is Bob. Now, it's obviously Bob is very kidcore. He's a bright purple, and his house is, the primary colors. But Bob is my favorite villager. He was with me since, my first Animal Crossing game. So when I found him on a mystery island, I had to move him in. And so this is kind of like a cottage core, fairy core play yard. And so, of course, we have some cat grass. We have a place for him to sit. We have this cute little slide going into another place where you can sit down. All of the good stuff. This is his little tricycle, and his own little litter box, sandbox that he can play in. So, I think it turned out really cute for being, trying to fit his aesthetic into my island's aesthetic, and I ended up really liking how it turned out. So, yeah. And we'll go to the 3rd and final tier, where, what are you thinking of now? Stop it. You bought a second cycling shirt. Oh no. How grateful am I? Thank you so much, Bob. So this is where my 2 snooties live. Double checking, yeah. So this is Judy. And so Judy obviously is half and half, 2 different colors. She's kind of like a bluish purple into pink. And so I really wanted her house to reflect that, and I wanted her theme to be like a garden. And so on this side, we have lots of blues going on. This is her little garden shelf. We have her blue garden over here, and then we'll have her pink garden over here, where they can sit down here. And obviously, they can come and they can sit down over here on this one. So, I really like how this looks, and I think it's super cute. And then in cherry blossom season, this tree should turn pink as well. So I'm hoping that works out. If not, I will be replacing it and putting something else there, because it does kind of cover a little bit. But yeah, so I really love her house and her aesthetic, and she was a huge dreamie of mine. You'll notice I have Audie, Dom, and Judy, which are some new villagers that came out with New Horizons. And of course, I'm going to be getting some other ones, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. As long as they're not Amiibo card exclusives, I will be hunting for some other new villagers that are new to New Horizons. So, and then finally we have Diana. Now Diana, I wanted to kind of have like a little sauna / tea motif going on with lots of greenery. The inside of her house has a lot of the shell furniture, and it's very much like a spa. So they have the opportunity to sit here and get some tea. It looks really nice too at night when you kind of pan up. There's some mushrooms in the background. And over here we have a sauna, and we have some rocks that heat up the water, and it's coming, it's spring water, of course. So I really like this. It's probably not in its final iteration, but for the time being, I think it works out really great. I don't want to go too, I want to stay very natural, and so, at least for the time being, that's how I'm feeling. And so it's hard because I don't have a lot of the shell recipes, and I don't have a lot of the shells to make those recipes. So if I wanted to match her interior to the exterior, it would have been really hard. But right now I like how it looks. So for sure though, these 4 houses are my favorite that I've built the yards for, and else, so Lily and Static are kind of, and Ruby aren't really on the same tier, but they're still very coordinated. And so, looking at our residence list, who's staying and who's going? So, Diana is staying. Well, I'll just go this way. Dom is staying. Bob is staying. Audie is going. And Audie will be going to another one of my islands, probably. I definitely want to keep her around because I really like her. And as you can see, I do like a lot of the newer villagers that came out. And so Audie will be going to another island. Fuchsia is going. Judy is staying. Then Diana is staying. Now Static, I really love. He again was with me in my first Animal Crossing game and was one of my favorite villagers. And so I don't even, purple is not my favorite color, but, Bob and Static are 2 of some of my favorite villagers. And I think I don't want to have an island full of just girls, because I like more of the girl characters than I do the boy characters. So he's probably going to stick around for some time, which leaves, still some room. So I know Fuchsia is leaving, and Francine is leaving, which gives me 2 open spots right now. And one of them I really want Coco to move in. Coco is one of my favorite villagers that I've never had on an island. And with the gyroids coming out with the new update, I think it'd be really cool to give Coco a gyroid garden. And so I for sure am going to get Coco. And then out of the other ones, I'm going to probably go for Ione or Sasha or Shino. And that really just depends what their houses look like on the outside and their interiors, because I will for sure want Shino, I think, on this island, and then between Ione and Sasha, I think it just depends, because I will, like I said, I have other islands that I can send other villagers to, or try to hunt for other villagers. So yeah, that's kind of the current layout. And I think out of everything on my island, the village setup and the village layout, or the town layout, or however you want to call this area, and the neighborhood is going to stay. The villagers or the residents are just going to be swapping out. So, yeah. So that's kind of the right side of my island. And then as you go into the left side, it just gets into more chaos. And so as you can see, I just have DIYs that I don't know, or that I already know, just lined up everywhere and thrown down haphazardly. As you can see, because sometimes I'll invite myself from another village to come over and learn as many of them as possible. I just haven't done that in a while, especially because with the whole villager moving queue and trying to get villagers that you want on island hunts, but then you have villagers in your queue and you don't know who they are, and that's influenced by who you visit. It's just this whole thing that I really, I want to avoid, but it's too late sometimes. So, and then this is where just the flower breeding project just got really out of hand. Trying to get all of the final flower colors, and I've cleared this out and removed most of the flowers, and then as I play I never attend to it. And then this is one of, as you can see now, I have a bunch of green mums, and I have this is my only other blue rose, I want to say, because they were breeding on my second island, and then I moved one over here that I finally successfully bred and then cloned it, but now I haven't really been taking care of it, so now we just have a bunch of random roses everywhere. Yeah, and then so as you move across, this is just where all of my fruit trees and all of my money trees are. The beach is really empty. I used to have every villager house on the beach because they all fit, all of them, and with my own house, and that gave me a lot of room to figure out what to do with the rest of my island. This is where I set up for fishing. Whenever I'm looking for things to fill out my Critterpedia, but I finished that. I was trying to collect 3 whale sharks, so I got 2 here. And as you can see, it's just more and more fruit trees and random things set up. And then my beach just has a bunch of flowers translocated or transplanted over here, so I can grab from them whenever I want to. And these ones obviously don't breed because they're on the beach and they stay in whatever stage they're in. And then we have a mess over here of more flowers. Wow. So I ended up moving my museum over here because it was just in the way where it was previously. And I honestly couldn't even tell you where that was because I literally don't remember. And then my campsite. So these are kind of just things thrown off to the side that I don't really use as much right now. But now we will have to move it because Brewster's moving in. But this whole area is modeled after, so all of these flowers and the colors and the placement, this was modeled after the scene in which Shaman appears amongst the flowers in the Pokemon games, and so I really liked recreating that. But this is not going to be a permanent fixture. This is something that was like a project that I did, and then I finished it, and then it stayed here for a while, and now it's ready to go. But yeah. So yeah, there's that. And then everything else is pretty much just like landscaping, incomplete landscaping, things like that. So again, this isn't really, I'm so excited for the permanent ladders. This up here is really just nothing. Nothing. Just cedar trees, kind of just holding space. My 2 flamingos back there have stayed there the whole entire time I've been playing this game. They're like one of the first things I put down, and they will never leave. Yeah, and then just more empty space and lots of weeds, which is really exciting because I haven't really delved into decorating my island, making builds, doing any of that. So with the new update and all of the new items, and knowing that this is going to be like final Animal Crossing form, I'm excited because then I can finally go into things and do stuff and not feel nervous about like, oh, what if I have to wait about this or do this, because some people were saving places on their islands for potential, Brewsters, but they didn't have to because, Brewsters is going to be in the museum. So that is everything. That is pretty much the whole island in its massive disarray. I guess I will check my Nook miles to see where I'm at. So 94,050 is not bad at all. So yeah, that's honestly, like I said, I'm pretty set, I'm pretty good, and I will probably be grinding some more, but I feel pretty good with that number. I'm not really, but if I do want more Nook Miles tickets, I will definitely have to grind more. So there's that, and then I'm just gonna check my bell balance right now, which is probably a lot because I don't really buy things anymore. I just kind of sell things and then save the money. Everybody's in the plaza. And because I know I'll be needing those to upgrade the new things coming out. And it's kind of, this is just like a baseline of like where I'm at right now. Cool. ABD. So cool, yeah, 8 million, not that bad. And I'm paid off all of my loans, so I have time to, get the new storage upgrades and all of that, which is really nice. So, awesome. I am feeling so much better, kind of talking out what's been going on, and seeing like, where is my island? Where is Adelaide in its journey right now? So, yeah, thank you so much for, tuning in. I hope to make more videos as the 2.0 update comes out, or maybe videos of me cleaning my island or anything like that. Just stuff that's going to be fun. And yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope to see you next time if there is a next time. If not, try to catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/bun_ny kisses, so bunny kisses. And yeah, if I'm there, if I'm not there, I'm here. If I'm not here, I'm there. If I'm neither, then I'm doing homework, which I should be doing right now. But thank you so much for hanging out and vibing with me and being here for my first time I'm playing Animal Crossing on the internet. So thank you so much, and have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day. See you around.